And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Forest Village. In our Metropolis series, I have let the game run a little bit, and lo and behold, look at that, 663 children, 64. We're starting to plateau, though. The first kids that were born, we're starting to get a rise in teens. So the very first, let's call them batch, the very first batch of babies that were born, way back when we first got the houses going, have started to turn into teens. So we're nearing the plateau. We do have houses. Oh, look at all the kids there! Holy cow! We do have houses that are still expecting a baby. Look at that, 4 of them in that one house alone. So there's still lots of babies to be born, but as you can see, we've got a lot of children, a lot of them. Oh, another 4 in there. Holy cow. So it's we're nearing the plateau. 670 now. So we're at 2,574 people. That is fast, how fast that grew. Let's take a look at our graph here and look at children. Look at that. This was like the first rise, the first batch of houses that I built, and then we sort of leveled off, and then I built all those other houses, and we have just gone up and up and up. But as you can see, the slope of this section right here, we're starting to kind of do the level off. So it's going to go up and it's going to level off a little bit, and our teens have just gone way off the scales, and this is going to grow like crazy as the seasons go. This is going to just, teens is going to skyrocket. I've been kind of looking at my school situation, and we are going to push our schools to the very limit. I might want another school over here. We got a lot. We got a lot of children over in this area. So I think I'm going to build another school. Give it time to build so we can upgrade it. And that should help with that. I built this school, got this all upgraded. All of these houses, these are all brand new. So lots and lots and lots of children over here. And this school will also help a lot of this, because we do have one tucked back in here. And our forest, our little trees have done a pretty good job. We've got some new saplings that I didn't plant in here, which is what I was hoping would happen. Get a few extra trees growing. Yeah, we got a few coming in here. We got some coming in over here, and we got another new little tree there. So I'm hoping this all fills out with trees over here, because that would be very, very nice. And something I noticed, and this is one of those sweet, sweet details. The time on the clock is time from your computer. So this is not like in-game time. So, it is indeed roughly 8:23-ish at night for me. And I noticed when the 8 o'clock rolled around, the clock actually chimed. This thing actually chimed at the hour mark, which for me, I heard it and I was like, what was that? And I looked over here, and sure enough, it was 8 o'clock. It was crazy. I can't believe that does that. I'm gonna have to look at the code for that, because that's a brilliant piece of work right there. I love that does what it does. Such a great mod. That is an ideal example of a beautiful mod. So many kudos to the author of that mod. I wish it was me. I'm also upgrading the keep, but this thing takes a while. There's only 3 builders on it. This should be this should be way more builders. There should be way more builders on this thing. I mean, it's a gigantic, it's like the biggest, most expensive building in the game, and we only have 3 builders on it. I'd love to throw like 30, 40 builders at this thing and see this thing get done. All of our walls are all upgraded, so this whole area in here is a nice little protected area, and yeah, pretty awesome stuff. And let me take a moment, look at, we're at 711, 12 now, children. So we are still going up, but as you can see, our teenagers, we're at 95. We gained another like 20 just in the last couple minutes. So yeah, we're starting to siphon off children into teenagerhood here, which is why I wanted to get these schools up and running as soon as possible, because this area especially, this is kind of the old area of town. I mean, it's our old area of town was like right in here. This was our original town, and then this was our first set of expansions over here. And yeah, these houses have been here for quite some time, and you know, they're just baby factories at this point. Look at all the children in there. That's a lot. Child Adrian has grown up. Are you Adrian? You are. So it looks like 3. It looks like when they hit 3, that's seasons. So 3 seasons, they turn into a teenager. Then I think at 6 seasons, they turn into an adult. Now there are mods that adjust that. So if you want a very slow growing city, there are mods that make that basically 1 year equals 1 year. So they would have to be children for a long time before they would turn into a teenager, and then they would be a teenager for a very long time before they would be available in the workforce. So that is a very slow play. I mean, we're talking hours and hours to be able to, you know, up your workforce and up your productivity, just to start growing a city. And for a series, not really all that realistic to do it that way, just because I don't have so many hours to spend on this. I really don't. But anyway, if anybody would like access to the save game here, because after this episode, the series is gonna wrap up. We are at 730 children. 730 children. That is almost as many jobs as we have in the game. You know, if we take away, let's make this like 50. Okay, that is way more like number of workplaces than we even. I mean, that's a crazy number of kids. So one of the perks of being a Patreon is you get access to save games. Now it doesn't matter if you're a $1 a month, $3 a month, or $20 a month. You get access to the save games, and I don't talk about my Patreon all that much. You know, I mention it here and there very rarely, but you know, income from YouTube is not what it used to be. And you know, in order to afford new games, in order to afford the multiplayer servers that we have going, you know, I need a little bit of money coming in so I can go ahead and do that. Now, Patreons not only get access to save games, but they also are invited to join multiplayer games that we play. Right now, we're doing an epic build in 7 Days to Die, and that is going along really nicely. So Patreons, typically the servers, until I hit a certain threshold on Patreons, you know, the $1,000 or $1,500 a month range. I can't afford just having servers for everybody, because it's just, I mean, the servers are not cheap, especially if hundreds of people are going to be playing them. So you need a lot of money to get those nice big multiplayer servers, and I mean I just don't have the money. I don't make a whole lot of money as it is, and it's not always about money, but I sure would like to be able to afford groceries. It would be nice. Would be very nice. So anyway, that is my plug for my Patreon. Please consider supporting the channel, and looking forward to more great content. This series was fun. This game is a lot of fun. I'm hoping that, you know, the next few months, maybe even half a year, they do a lot to improve the game, a lot of, you know, making major improvements, and allow me to maybe really come out and build massive cities. Maybe add a little bit more late game, you know, major like a major cathedral, like just a giant Gothic cathedral would be so epic. I mean, that's kind of what we're building right now on the 7 Days server. It's a basically a version of the one I built in my Minecraft series, a giant cathedral. Only in 7 days, it's a little interesting because you have structural integrity. So if you don't build it so it actually can stand up, it will collapse. And that is just sad times all around. You don't want that. But it's been an exciting, very exciting... What are you doing? Anyway, it's been an exciting project, and we're making headway on it. And yeah, this game is phenomenal. Little on the laggy side, little still on the crashy side. But let's turn off all of the little pop-ups here and get a nice overview of the city. Now, it's not the most grandiose in the world. I used a flat map, but I was really hoping to fill this map. I wanted to fill the whole thing. But yeah, the game had other ideas. What is my where is it? Village info? 755 children, and I'm guessing this has gone crazy here. So, and how about teens? Teens has really gone up. 120 now. I think we came in and we were at like 70. So we've almost doubled the amount of teens that we have in schools. And last but not least, let's upgrade this guy. And then a couple more teachers. Rounds us out to exactly 10 schools, which is 450 teens. While we've got 755 kids that are going to be pouring into our schools in the next year or two. Probably in the next year, our schools are going to be bursting at the seams. But I don't really mind all that much because we got ample numbers of goods to produce here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch some of these up. I'm going to switch this one to vegetable pie. This one to vegetable pie. They seem to like our veggie pies more than anything. And this one to veggie pie. Because we got lots of veggies, we got lots of eggs. And what else is we needing? Yeah, flour. We got lots of flour. So veggie pies to the rescue. We just had a harvest of grain, and we're still bringing in taters. But yeah, that will do it for the series. Oh, the keep is taking shape. glorious. So I am going to save it here. And we're going to do Uberville save. And this is the save that will be available for Patreons to download. I appreciate everybody watching. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed the series. Leave a comment down below if you if you got something to say. And please subscribe if you're new to the channel. There's a lot more great content. I've got well over 2,500 videos, so take your pick. And I will see everybody next time.